Well, hello guys, welcome to the corner where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. I'm sorry for the truth to see you guys. I've had a little bit of a time. I've got a second job. I'm trying to keep up with that while doing this. So it's going to be fun. Yay! Anyways, I'm in my muscle shirt right now, too, and it's weird. Yeah. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about the lineage of Gohan. Why are we talking about the lineage of Gohan? Because those fans out there that are going on about, hey, Gohan is supposed to be the main character. This is bull crap. I don't even care about anything past the Buu Saga type of situation. Well, the thing is, Gohan has a lineage that explains his whole outcome in the end. Um, Gohan, from a childlike state, never really cared for fighting much. He was really absent when it came down to that. He was modest, even when kidnapped by Raditz. Getting taken to the Saiyan chamber, he wasn't really fighting back. He was more asking for help. I understand he was a child, and obviously he's going to yell for help type of situation, but he didn't care then at all. But Goku around that age was actually actually training and fighting and stuff like that. He was used to that type of situation, that type of and in great he was raised that way type of situation. Gohan wasn't. Um, as time went on, Gohan got extremely angry and hit Raditz really good after that point, showing that Gohan has more power potential than Goku, and shows that he has more than Goku at that point in time as well. Um, as time fast forwards, Gohan starts growing up, and you still see that timid nature. Even when he's being trained by Piccolo, you still see that timid nature. You don't see a real fighting spirit type of situation. I mean, Gogon's tail gets cut off like 8 times, about 8 before the Saiyan Saga. It starts taking off 8 times. It's probably 5, but I want to over exaggerate on this. Anyways, Gohan starts getting trained by Piccolo. Um, Learning a few things, learning the Masenko Blast type of situation, and moving on from there. Even when the Saiyans came down, Gohan wasn't trying to fight in the end. He was more trying to be peaceful and was more scared to even get into fights. Yes, you can chalk that up to his childhood again, but it goes to show you where he sat in the end. Goku, when he was Gohan's age, was thriving in the fight. He was going for that fight. He was going for more training. He wanted that training. In the series, he showed that what he really wanted to do. Gohan showed what he really wanted to do. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to be a part of these battles. So, what makes Gohan? So, what made Gohan feel like a main character, that he was going to take over the main character slot, is because of how his development was being taken place. And yes, there was a point in time where he was going to be the main character. It's not a secret. It was going to happen, and got flipped at the last minute. But if you continue on with his storyline, its lineage, you start to hit point where he hits Namek. He's a little bit more amped to do something, but he still doesn't want to fight unless he has to. He won't fight unless he has to. It's a continuous thing. He trains more, he gets his potential unlocked, but he still doesn't want to fight as much that much. So, what's next? Sorry guys, I'm out of here. Anyways, what's next? Through the whole Frieza saga, it's just this one big thing with Gohan and what he has to do and stuff like that, and him not really fighting much after this point, and just the group not really about Goku. They kind of phased out Goku throughout this whole series, but in the end, Gohan was forced to fight in some way, shape, or form, and that's what he did. He fought. Then we move on to the androids. Gohan trained a lot more. He looks a lot stronger, but he still doesn't want to fight. Still does not want to fight. Time moves forward, and even after Frieza comes back, Trunks tailing him. He's like, "Father, you're back." He rather have his father's approval and seeing his father and reacting with his father than anything else. He wants to. He's looking up to his father, but at the same point in time, he doesn't have the same thrive in his head like his father does. He doesn't care to fight. He doesn't want to fight, but he will train to become strong in case he has to fight. Is what it keeps coming down to. The androids they train for the next 2 years, and then flip into the androids coming. Gohan still does not do anything. He doesn't. He's still not fighting. He still does not want to fight unless he was forced to fight. He was not fighting. He would search. He would help search things out, but he still was not fighting. It keeps going on and on throughout the whole thing up to the Cell Saga. Then you see a massive change in Gohan. You see them training even harder for for a good year in the hyperbolic time chamber, which was a day time. Gohan going Super Saiyan, stuff like that. Anyways, and you see him stronger. You see him actually like he can fight, like he's going to fight type of situation. All the Cell games come up. And Gohan still doesn't want to fight. After Goku relinquishes himself as Cell's opponent and brings Gohan into the ring, Gohan still didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight Cell, but he knew he had to fight Cell. And it finally came down to the point where Goku told Cell, you have to do something to enrage him. You have to do something to make him to make him have to fight. Otherwise, he's not going to want to fight you. He's not going to fight you at full power. So Cell tried to find in all these different ways to unlock Gohan's potential. It took a lot just to get Gohan to finally use his full power that he was afraid to use because he didn't want to hurt anybody, and that was after Android 16 got killed. His head got stomped by Cell, and Cell's like, "Ha, wussy," or something, or stuff like that. And like, you can't protect anybody. I don't know what your father sees in you. You don't have the power to do any of this. And seeing Android 16, this peaceful guy, he flips out and shows Cell his true form, his true power. He finally unleashes his power. This was going to be a turning point where Gohan was going to start becoming the main character because during this they kill off Goku and don't want to bring him back after that point. So that type of situation ends up happening. But I can't stop yawning today. Sorry, guys. But Gohan shows arrogance. Shows, yes, I know I can beat you, but I'd rather you stop. He's still not trying to fight. He's still trying to show Cell he can beat him. He will beat him, but he'd rather Cell survive. He doesn't want to kill anybody. If he can show strength to Cell, then he can show probably push Cell back into a submissive state where Cell will stop trying to kill people. Well, that not working, Gohan finally has to kill Cell, and that's the only reason Gohan ends up trying to kill Cell. It's because Cell wasn't stopping. Cell wouldn't stop. Cell still was going to try killing Gohan even after he lost. Cell was still going to try destroying the Earth even after he lost. So Gohan was forced to do so. So what makes it in his character to progress the storyline? If there's not somebody there to push him to that brink, you'll see more and more characters dying just because Gohan won't go full strength. He just won't do it just because of the fact he doesn't want to fight. He wants a peaceful environment, and that explains a lot when the whole Videl stuff comes up. Even in the Buu saga, when Gohan was being trained to become the strongest and stuff like that, there was it was in the saga where Gohan was finally depicted as not the main character, not going to be the main character at this point, because the flow of the anime was a lot different. It just didn't feel right, and while Goku was there, it was pushing the point a lot better. Even in his ghost form, he was still pushing the plot a lot better than before. Then a lot better than what Gohan was doing. Gohan needed to be pushed in order to even do anything. Goku would go do it automatically and go for the strongest opponent. Instead of monsters coming to them to fight, it was going to be monsters. It was going to be Goku finding the monsters to fight type of situation, and it became a better representation. Even the creator himself was even like, just didn't feel right with Gohan. It didn't feel right with Gohan. So Gohan ends up marrying Videl and ends up becoming passive in the end, extremely passive at that point, which shows that he finally got what he really did want to do, and that was not fight. He just wanted to sit back and relax. Gohan showing him getting weaker just shows the fact that he feels that the Earth is safe as it is, and he doesn't need to do anything to power up. But now we fast forward to present time, where Gohan is actually being told about Trunks' timeline finally, and Gohan didn't know anything about this. He looks like he was like, I should have kept training. I should have gotten stronger. I should be helping him right now. And maybe there will be a flip point where Gohan starts getting stronger again to help to make sure, because after knowing that his dad failed a few times, there's obviously going to be a point where people are going to try training harder and harder. So just in case Goku did fail, they would be in that predicament where they can fend off what was going on. So from the lineage to now, I see a big, probably maybe a turn on character development. More characters getting up to that level of Goku, maybe getting to the point where they might surpass him and stuff like that. But that's all non-relevant to the fact of Gohan himself, who is a passive. He doesn't want to fight. He just wants to live his life. He just wants to have a family. He doesn't really care to be a part of the fights unless it becomes detrimental to the Earth, which by that point he will lose his ability. He will lose the Earth anyways, because he's not strong enough to defend it if Goku fails it. That's just how that would end up working in the end. And I think that's where we're hitting at this point, where Gohan's realizing that, and he might need to start doing something about it. Anyways, like I was saying, this was a little thing about Gohan, just for those people that don't realize Gohan's lineage or anything like that. But anyways, why don't you guys like it, subscribe, comment, let me know what I missed. Tell me what I should be reviewing next. Go on from there. I've said this a few times, I will be doing a reaction video of something. I'm not too sure what yet. I gotta figure out what it's going to be. I've been getting some people that have been asking me to do so, and then they were like, watch your channel more if you were doing a reaction. I'm like, okay, I guess I could do a reaction so like that, but that's all up to what I end up doing in the end. Other than that, blah. I hope, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day and a fun one as well.